Hey guys, this is the Common Man's Armory, and I'm going to be doing a quick tabletop review of the my Glock 30. This is my personal carry pistol. The Glock 30 is chambered in .45 ACP. Right now I have a 10-round magazine right there next to it, and as you can see, it is loaded. A good personal feature is I run hollow point. I stagger my bullets, so I run hollow point, full metal jacket, hollow point, full metal jacket, just because of the fact that in case you ever have to shoot through something or anything like that, I do that so that way, you know, in case somebody's running for the door and they try and hide behind the door, then you know, you can actually manage to get through. So as you can see, I have it open. It is safety checked. There's no mag. There is nothing in the chamber. So it is, I figured I'd do the safety check because I'm trying to hold the camera and do this review. This particular Glock has the adjustable factory Glock sights in the back and just the standard 1-dot in the front. It's adjustable for elevation and windage. I didn't change the slide lock lever because of the fact that I didn't feel it was necessary. I don't like anything sticking out past much more than this. So that's the reason why that's one of the main reasons why I like Glocks, because of the fact that if you look right down that slide, there's nothing on either side. And that's the thing, I like it because when you go to draw, it's very quick, nothing really gets snagged. So one other thing about this pistol is I have a trigger job done on it. I have a 3.5 pound connector. The reason why I did that is because it is a lot nicer, because when I go to the range I use Glock 21 mags in it. So that way you don't have to keep reloading. It's only 13 rounds, but still, I like it better. I didn't really do anything. I wanted to actually coat this for the flat desert earth, but or flat dark earth rather. But I figured this isn't a combat pistol; it's a concealed carry pistol, and I really like the Glock because it has the non-reflective coating on it to begin with. So you know, I was just gonna leave it. Maybe eventually when I get a 17 or another 22, because my other 22 is my I have a Glock 22 that protects my house, but that's that. But I didn't change anything else as far as the controls go. Like, if you can look right there, there's your takedown levers. I didn't extend them at all. I left it go. This gun particularly, it kind of makes me mad. It does not have the Picatinny rail on the bottom. I believe that you can get some of them with the front rail on it, but I don't know. I just didn't get it. So other than that, I'm gonna stop and read you some specs off here in a second. So from the Glock website. So that's the first part of it, and I'll show you the other mags that I usually run and show you how I actually carry this gun every day. I carry this gun every day. The only time I don't carry it is from work, because they have a no gun policy, so I don't really like going against work. So other than that, this is my everyday carry gun, and I will show you how I carry this gun every day. Alright guys, this is the second part. I'm going to splice these videos together. So this is the second part. As you can see, this is from the Glock website. As you can see, the Glock 30 is the subcompact model of the 45 series, of their 45 ACP series. The length of it is just a little bit under 7 inches, and as far as the rest of everything goes, the width is just a little bit over. The Glock website says it is 1.27 inches, which is just a little bit over 1.25 inches. The length between sights, your sight picture, is 5.91 inches, which is actually pretty good for a subcompact pistol. And the factory trigger pull is 5.5 pounds. As I said before, I have a 3.5 pound trigger job put in this, and the trigger travel is just a hair under a ½ inch. The standard magazine is 10 rounds, which are these two magazines. These two magazines are the standard 10 rounders that come with the gun. As you can see, they're double stack mags. These are factory magazines. This has the little grip extender on the bottom. This is how they usually come, which still works for when you have to hold it, but this one's a little bit more ergonomic, and it's very nice. It is for a guy. I have really big hands. I mean, like, my hands cover the whole gun, so, but I have really big hands. That's part of the reason why I did 45, because I like a wider gun in the back. So I like a wider gun. I like a little bit of a heavier gun because it's a lot nicer to hold. So, I mean, as you can see, your pinky's off in nowhere, off in no man's land down here, which in some of the smaller 380s, 9mm, and even the 40 subcompacts, which you're mostly going to get 9s, but in the 380s and the 9s, I don't like how the fact that I have nothing to hold on to with my pinky. I've shot a friend of mine's Glock 27, and I like it, but I don't like it. I need that extra grip on there. It's just a personal thing. It's just a personal preference. I know some guys run that grip stuff. It's almost like a suede, or some guys have that rubber stippling extra put on it. I think it was done right from the factory, so I leave it alone. This gun fits my hand pretty good. I mean, most people, their fingers only come up when you practice proper finger control. Most people's fingers only come up to here. Mine goes way past that. One of the big things that I think a lot of people forget about Glocks, one of the biggest things, is if you look in the trigger guard, see how this is flat? That's flat for a reason. That's not aesthetics. That's not for when you put a light on. That's none of that. This is flat so that way when you grab this and you use your other hand on the other side, that way you can actually throw a finger on the front of that, and it helps with your muzzle flip. Because when you shoot these big caliber guns with, you know, from 45 ACP to 10mm to you know, even your bigger guns, you know, especially like when you get into revolvers, I always look for this because I like a flat front, I like a flat trigger guard, so that way when I use my hand on the other side, this way I can actually put a finger on the front of this, and it helps control the muzzle flip. Now, these are my two 10-round mags that I usually carry, but if I have the space, instead of carrying this, this one is always in the gun because of the fact that I like this. However, if I have the room, usually when I carry my Carhartt coat is when I can do this, or usually when I wear my Carhartt coat out. So usually when it's colder, I take that one, I leave it in a safe. This is a Glock 21 mag. It's for the full-size Glock. This holds 13 rounds. You see how much it sticks out here? Let me click it in. See how much it sticks out here? I don't have the spacer for it yet. It's still on order. But this is a Glock 21 mag, and the reason why I have this is because, once again, I have big hands. So when you have this in here, it works really good because it's a lot more comfortable, and you get 3 extra rounds out of a mag. So I have 2 of these, and I usually take them to the range to run through them, but I carry one for that purpose. And as you can see, I was just at the range not too long ago. I still have it loaded with steel case ammo. That's the ammo that I shoot. Makes the gun a little bit more dirty, but what are you gonna do? Now, for my, I just carried this one last night, so that's Remington UMC, the bulk pack. Now, for my ammo philosophy, what I'm gonna show you guys is, this is Hornady Custom 45 auto plus P, 230 grain. The reason why I run 230 grain is 45 ACP is not it's not a fast round by any means. I think that, does it say it here? 45 ACP is not a fast round at all. It's actually fairly slow. So I don't like trying to make the round faster, because even with hollow points, I don't want the bullet going through the person. I want it to hit, if I have to shoot somebody, or if I have to use it or something, and use it the way this is intended, because this is a personal protection pistol. Nobody in their right mind is going to, you know, if you're just using a gun for home protection, I would definitely consider getting a Glock 21, Glock 17, even a Glock 19, a 22, or, you know, there's a bunch of other ones, you know, from your Ruger SR9, Ruger SR40. I'm not just a Glock fanboy, as the Yankee Marshal always says. I'm not a Glock fanboy. I like Glocks because they're slim. They're very streamlined. If it's not supposed to be on there, if it doesn't have to be on there, it's not going to be on there. So that's why I like them. But I use the 230 grain Hornady Custom. It's kind of expensive. I bought this for 19 bucks for a box of 20. So it's just a little bit under $1 a round, which is kind of expensive, but Hornady ammo, as far as protecting my life or my wife's or my fiance's life or my house, I would much rather use this. I'll pay the extra money, get this, and call it a day. So as far as that goes, that is kind of my review on the philosophy of why I use this gun, because this is a personal carry gun and I really enjoy it. It's fun to shoot. It shoots very accurate. I'm gonna change these adjustable sights out because I hate that Glock U sight. That Glock U sight is terrible in my opinion. I bought this gun used. I paid $425 for this gun. That's with tax, paperwork, the whole nine. I paid $425 with this gun. This goes with exactly why I started this channel, is because you don't have to buy new guns, you don't have to buy expensive guns, you don't necessarily have to buy the best of everything. Like, you look at prices of Sig Sauer, you look at prices of some of the 1911s, and they're very, very expensive. Now, I like a high value gun, so if I can pick up something in the used market for, you know, almost $150 cheaper than what it was sold for originally, I'm doing good. And the other thing is pistols will last you a very long time. You know, this gun has very few parts as far as running together. Very few parts, and it's a good gun. It works. The reason why I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a Glock fanboy is because of the fact that I don't own a Glock because it's a Glock. I own a Glock because it works. And that's the big part for me, is I don't trust my life with anything. I trust my life with something that I know is going to work. It's just like the old adage of what would you rather choose, an AK-47 or an AR-15? You talk to 95% of the people who have used both, and used both heavily, like Haas USMC. Haas USMC has a couple videos on AR-15 versus AK-47, and he even has other Marines talking about this subject. And the other Marines even will sit there and say that the AK-47 is much more reliable, much more durable, and much more usable than the AR-15, because of the fact that if you have a full battle rifle, you are not going to be shooting 500 yards. Because most times you're going to either have a red dot sight on it or open sights. Anybody who can shoot 500 yards with open sights, you should go and join a shooting team. You should be shooting for us for the Olympics. Because, in my opinion, you are not going to shoot 500 yards with an open sight. So, a battle rifle, you only need to be accurate within what? 200 yards? 150? So, 150 yards, that's much more doable with open sights. But, in my opinion, I would rather shoot the bigger caliber. It's a lot slower, it drops a lot more, but it's a lot more devastating, which is part of my philosophy behind running the 45 auto as my personal protection, because it's a big round, it doesn't fly as fast, but it does do a lot of damage, and that's why I run 230 grains instead of the lighter rounds. I've seen a lot of really interesting rounds for this gun, you know, from shot shell rounds to all different kinds, super light rounds, everything like that. But I don't like them because I want if I have to shoot at somebody, I don't want it to go through that person into the next person. I want to hit the target and take the target down and not have to worry about innocent bystanders. So this is just my little quick tabletop, and this is the reasons why I use this gun, and I just wanted to throw this out here. This is going to be my first gun review. Alright guys, hope everybody has a happy new year and be safe.